right, welcome back, everybody. Welcome in. It is Friday. Doing hello, hello. Welcome in. Let's see what do we got going on today. Looks like all the music is working, which is great. Let's transition over to the Aggie. Let me get the link in the Discord so people can actually join in today. That would probably be helpful. Hope everybody had a wonderful week. Okay. This is Ambrosia. Just changed my name. Okay, no problem. No problem at all. Welcome in. I tend to try to use the names of people that are whatever medium we're in, right? So people have different usernames in different locations. I tend to try to be consistent with whoever they're talking with. So let's say Jolene, if that's what you would like. Hope I'm saying that right. Yeah, Jolene. Jolene. The questions. I'm going to start with the round of rugby today. Welcome in. It is Friday. We're doing the viewer suggestion today. The viewer suggestion consists of people suggesting D&D characters, which maybe we can't say D&D anymore, but that's for another topic for another day. We'll be drawing some D&D characters for now, and we will see how that goes. Roll some dice. Let the dice gods decide what we draw. I'm going to warm up with the rugby. A good way to warm up today. Apparently I need the warm up. Did I transition? I hope I transitioned over. We'll find out. I did. Okay. Good. Ruby's eyes are a little lower than normal. I'm not sure what that means. It's probably fine. Bionic, hello. Just a tabletop RPG. Yeah, I did that for a long time. Just to try to be non-exclusive. Because, like, man, I love Pathfinder, and I love D&D, and just rolling dice is fun. But there's a big fiasco going on right now with Hasbro, and hopefully today we'll have more information about it, but yeah, we'll see what happens. The way in which we do channel nomenclature might change, but I doubt the channel will change. I love me some fantasy art, and I will keep drawing fantasy art for everybody. Maybe I'll call the Tolkien estate and be like, hey, can I use Tolkien stuff for no reason? Just to say things. My Gondor warrior. How was everybody's week? I hope everyone had a good time. Good first week of the year. Good omens, good things to come, I hope. It is Friday. If people would like to draw with us, they're very welcome to. wobbly knees in here. I want to give Rugby a hat today. I'm not sure what kind of hat I should give him though. There's apparently a bunch of functionality in YouTube that I haven't been using. Bam. I don't know what that does. See viewers' questions and choose which one's the answer. Okay. Oh, that shut off chat though. That's interesting. Okay, and then I can go back to live chat. Okay. Wazzy wants to kill their franchise. Beanies. Beanies are good. Yeah, I mean, it's what it definitely feels that way. Starting with Magic the Gathering, and then they just kind of rolled into it with the D&D. I really, really hope to see some of the D&D guys push back, because the Magic the Gathering community, like, I guess I don't really know the face of Magic the Gathering. You know, like there's not someone to jump in there, but like Crawford. I really want to see Crawford mad about this. Hopefully we'll learn more about it today. For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, there's just a whole lot of worry about the open gaming license that has been standard and kind of built the D&D community for a long time. They want to change it in a way that people are worried about. I'm not going to say it's being changed in a specific way because I don't know. I'm not going to say it's necessarily bad, but it's worrisome. And we'll find out. We'll see what happens. But for the moment, it's definitely strange. And a big part of it really is just D&D, right? Like, I'm not wholeheartedly sold on D&D, but it's a good system. So we'll see what happens. Definitely have to roll with the punches sometimes and adapt. We'll see how we do. A nose shading? Yes. All right. I think this is a good rugby warm-up. I think I'm happy here. I think I'm ready for some sweet tabletop RPG fan art. Do I do fan art? Is that what I do? Do I do fan art of people's characters? I kind of want to get my mustache this week. Rugby Cousteau, famed oceanographer. Or would it be Jacques Rugby? Jacques Rugby. Pretty good. Either way, it's funny. All right. How does the Q&A work? Beanie. Interesting. Okay, so apparently it just shows up in live chat anyways. We need all the money. Yeah, I mean, I totally get that. Oni, hello. But we need to kill your community to make it. This is the wrong pen. I'm drawing with the wrong pen. Where's the right pen? This is the old pen. We're going to put that over there so I don't use it. Drawing horses is complicated but kind of fun. Yeah, I like drawing horse skulls. They're pretty great. A Paco? I don't know what that one is. I need a reference for that. But if you make if you kill your communities, you make 0 money. Yeah, that's the thing I don't get with Magic the Gathering. Magic the Gathering is like, what if we hyper diversify and then get rid of all the people that sell our products? It's like, What? Why do you do this? Why are you doing this to yourselves? So, we'll definitely have to wait and see what happens. Alright, so it is Friday. We're going to do some stuff. I see a druid jumping into the chat. Welcome in. No, not fan art. Not fan art? Hmm. I have a whole list here of stuff that people have been suggesting to me over the week. We're going to draw some. We're going to draw some of them. I'm going to do my first roll here. Rolling a D12 because we have 14 suggestions. And we'll slowly whittle that down. A wasteland punk. Opossum? Okay. I didn't know that was a thing. Gunslinger with a rotary gun. That sounds very familiar. Maybe I'm just thinking of the rattling gun, though. Okay, so we're gonna drop a possum. We're gonna drop a possum gunslinger. I don't know what possums look like. That's gonna be a problem. Druid can't hear me in the Discord. Oh no. Can people hear me on the... Yeah, okay, my mic's working over here, so I assume it's just a Discord thing. Test? There we go.
I can hear you now.
Okay. Yep, Discord took a poop. Okay. I'm drawing a possum, apparently.
Hooray.
I've drawn a rat.
Wait, an Australian possum or a North American opossum?
I thought they were the same thing.
Nope.
Well, Australian things don't exist, so I'm probably just going to draw an opossum.
Australian opossums are actually very cute.
Are they, like, in the same family, or are they completely wrong?
I think they're both marsupials, but I'm not 100% sure.
Druid, stop spreading lies. Wait, what do you mean 100% marsupial? Aren't all possums marsupials?
I'm not sure.
I thought that was the whole thing about the opossum, is that it was the North American marsupial. Australia's a myth. See, Oni knows what I'm talking about. I've never met somebody from Australia. Australia just is a lie. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm not sure where this joke is going.
Neither do I. I'm having a hard time parsing how I'm supposed to respond to this.
It's a media thing that Pixar made so they could sell Finding Nemo. Like, what about Australia? And people are like, what's Australia? Like, exactly. Here we go. What's the meme? Like, Australia's not real, it can't hurt you. And like a picture of Australia. A shit ton of spiders and terrifying things. Canada and Australia don't exist. Canada is America's hat, and Australia is, I don't know, Australia. It's just over there. Australian possums use their tails to hold onto trees and other objects so they don't float into space because Australia is upside down. I did not expect that to go that direction, but well done. Now, I know Australia does exist, and I'll tell you why I know Australia exists. Because I have a very, like, firm recollection of Santa water skiing that would not exist. Well, maybe Florida, but, like, I think even in Florida they have, you know, snow Santa.
Mm.
I think I'm just drawing a possum. So I might have to revisit this again. I've kind of drawn like a very pointy-nosed knoll. They're just so scrunchy. Like...
Yeah.
Wham.
Totally.
This is a tough one. This is a tough one. They've got really long snoot, but like long snoot and big mouth, which is weird.
Yeah, they look an awful lot like voles to me.
Giant, terrifying voles. A knoll painted to look like a possum. Could be pretty funny. Nope.
I'm trying to post reference for you, but Discord is not letting me post anything, so...
That's weird.
I've had that problem for like the last 3 days.
They're closely related, but are different orders. Possums and opossums, just with hairy tails, slightly bigger and proportioned different. I take it the Australian possums are the shorter nosed, cute ones.
Yes.
Because the American possums are just fucking terrifying. Possums look like they are constantly reacting to something cringe. Maybe I'll go a little, Opossums are known for screaming at their own butt. You have to include that. Just trust me. I have no reason not to believe you, Oni. Indignant, welcome by the way. Dr. Random, hello. Ashy Brown. I got a screen pen to try drawing with my 2-in-1, but I have pressed unbelievably hard to get it to work. That's interesting. You might need to adjust your pen settings, so the drivers might be kind of weird. Okay. Possum face. Possum nose. It's just a big whoop. Okay, that's my possum face. And then ears. Little tiny black ears. Whoop. Okay, I'm happy with this one. I'm happy with this possum so far. What is it that made our hair grow longer? It would be pretty funny to see like a gorilla with just like a massive mohawk. That would be awesome.
That would be very funny. Especially considering how sloped their heads are already.
Yeah, just like
It make them look very alien.
just a giant pompadour. Alright, how am I gonna make this a gunslinger? That's the real question. Maybe we'll make you a little like, what is it? Bolero tie? Is that what it is?
Bolo tie?
Bolo tie? I think this was supposed to be a lady possum, but I don't know how to do that. I cannot distinguish the difference between male and female possums. Except that maybe they have tiny possums hanging off the back. Do baby possums hang on male possums?
I don't think so. I think it's specifically females. Although I don't know anything about their post-breeding habits. I don't know if they mate for life or... Yeah, I don't know if possums are monogamous or not.
Base rat folk are OP. Why do you say so? I think they're pretty good. Chat keeps glitching. Doing D&D campaign that only has rodent folk. That could be fun. I don't know what that means, Indignant. A bow? Every time I read something that like sounds slightly informational but also doesn't make any sense, I'm afraid people are just trying to like these nuts joke me. It's just like, no, I can't read things. Everything is a trap.
On the internet? That's a fair assumption.
That's bait. I know it's supposed to be a gunslinger, but I kind of want to make it a swarm keeper. They have such funny fingers. Between them and raccoons, it's just like trash animals are great. You see what happened with Warframe. I didn't. What happened to Warframe? They're really good at stacking buffs. What? I have a close friend who always has to be on the lookout for keeps trying to betray my trust with these nuts jokes. What's your thought on the new OGL? We still make content. Yeah, Western Justice is kind of a weird thing. I don't have the full story of it yet. I've been looking at it last night. There's a whole lot of hasn't been released yet. We're waiting for tomorrow to see what they release and say. And I don't know. I don't make content the way other people make content. I also don't make more than $50,000 a year on it, so technically it doesn't affect me yet. If what the OGL is switching to, the OGL 1.1 is what people are assuming it is, yeah, it's weird. It's definitely weird. And I might just go back to, I'm a fantasy illustrator, so the D&D tag and content of it is a big part of my channel, but doesn't affect my art so much. Like right now, all my stuff is essentially under the there's a disclaimer. If you look down at the bottom in my comments, there's a disclaimer, which might go away. In which case, yeah, I have to change the way I do my art, or at least I market it, the way I marketed my art. Yeah, so it might just become why you should play X thing in tabletop RPGs, which is what it was originally, because I really didn't want to get stuck with the D&D tag, but it just eventually happened that way. I really wanted to do a lot of Pathfinder stuff, but that might also go away. So, who knows? we're gonna have to wait and see what they do. And at the top of the show here, I was talking about it a little bit, and I really do hope to see some of the bigger names from WotC really start stepping up and talking about it and pushing back, I hope. And if they don't, then, I'm going to lose some respect for some people. But that being said, I think the intent, besides just money from the company, is to wrestle control of something that maybe is a little exploitive to them, because there's a lot of really large, developers out there now. Actually, no, there's not. There's a handful of them. I'll put it that way. That maybe they need to be going into license agreements with Wizards, or with WotC. But the way they're doing it, I think, is kind of a douche move. That's about the extent I have it. Like, them doing what they're doing is not appropriate for the community, and
Probably going to affect the smaller creators more than the bigger ones.
No, I think it will affect the bigger ones more, but it's preventing people from becoming big. That's the problem. Is the little creators is not really going to affect anything, but the people that find success aren't going to be able to become large things.
I gotcha.
Kobold Press, I don't know if will exist after if they do enforce this law. A good example is Matt Coville making. I watched the interview with one of their. Actually, who did I watch? I have a link. I'll put in the Discord. But Matt Coville doing a Kickstarter, or the Critical Role doing a Kickstarter. Really, what I think is happening is, while they wanted the community to be able to build on and use their program, we're now seeing entities like Critical Role do a Kickstarter, make millions of dollars, and WotC's like, hey, we want some of that money. And it's like, stop it. They're not wrong for wanting some of that money, but just the way they're doing it is not, I don't think, appropriate. So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. The market, the way that they've set it up, is not a weird, it's pretty standard. It's a pretty standard license agreement. That's how Unity works. It's how Blender and game engines. A lot of game engines use that function. They're like, yeah, build your games in our systems, and if you find success, then then we'll start dealing with a license to do that. We'll see. They did that sort of thing with 4th edition when it came out, and that's why Pathfinder exists. Exactly, yeah. Pathfinder exists because it was a direct pushback from them being like, this is ours and we're hoarding it. It's like, cool, we're going to use the old stuff that we made, because a lot of the Pathfinder guys were old D&D creators, and so yeah, I mean, I really think this is bad for them. It's the same thing that they're doing with Magic the Gathering. They're basically not respecting the community that built them.
Right.
They've gotten so big to a point where they're like, yay, we have all these things and now we can start charging people. It's like, you're only that big because the community built it that way. And so once you start removing the homebrew, you start removing the third party builders, you start removing the game stores, your base is not there. And so I think they're putting all their eggs in one basket into saying that D&D 1 is going to encompass everybody. And it might be true, might be not. We don't know. We'll see how it goes. But as is, I'm not happy about that. But at the same time, I think it's going to kill a lot of the publishers, a lot of the third-party stuff that people really like. And we'll see. So I think the biggest thing for me is my experience on the internet right now, looking at it, is people want me to be outraged. People want to see people outraged about it. And while I can be upset, I don't want to just be outraged. I want to be insightful and calm. I want to see what they do. I think them posting this, basically Hasbro doing this kind of thing, is expected. Like, D&D 1 is coming out. Let's see what happens. Yeah, cool. They're going to be assholes about it. Let's see how people respond. And that's really what I'm going to see. I want to see how the people around it respond, because I remember when they took away a lot of the homebrew content and D&D Beyond, like, yeah, we're not going to host this anymore. People lost their shit. And it's like, okay, I get why they're doing that from a company standpoint, but like, you know, what do people think about that? Like, why is it that feels necessary? And can the game continue without that? Apparently it can. D&D Beyond, I think, lost a lot of steam with it.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that switched over to Roll20 just because they wanted to use that kind of stuff. So we'll see what happens, which is weird because like Roll20 is hot garbage.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, but now they are going after competitors. I mean, that's the big thing. Yeah, the loss of the market shares is going to be big. But like, the real thing that I think is happening, and I think what I see is that the OGL has allowed competitors to exist using like that as the backbone, but like it is technically still under their copyright, but it's built by the community. So it's like, it's a really gray area, and I think that's why the OGL has existed as long as it has. And so if they all of a sudden start saying, you know, this is technically our copyright, we own 25% of Pathfinder, of Paizo. And it's just like, Paizo will not survive that, right? So they're either trying to push out those other competitors, or they're trying to gain control of it. And I would bet that they're banking on the fact that they have a much larger pool of money, i.e. Hasbro's lawyers, to put that pressure on Paizo. And either force them to set up a license with them to maybe get access to Paizo's stuff, or just force them out of the market, which I'm not happy about. And that's why I said it's going to be really important to see what people think, because if the people designing D&D are that vindictive, I don't want to play D&D anymore. It's just like, no thank you. Flutes, hello.
I'm very curious how they can legally do that to Paizo, since Paizo legally split off from them so long ago.
Well, because they're still using the OGL. It's still part of their books. If it becomes hard to buy, it becomes easier to plunder. Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest thing, especially when they shifted to like the PDFs. It's like they're the more they try to like stop piracy, it's just like that makes people pirate more shit. The same thing with Magic cards. Like, there's a huge market for counterfeit Magic cards now, because people just don't want to deal with their shit, and that's directly related to them screwing up the market. How you doing, Flutes? We're drawing opossum gunslingers and mushroom rugbies, apparently.
I didn't want to draw Mike in it today, but I still felt like I wanted to do mushrooms. So he's being possessed.
It's pretty funny. I don't know. Is there a way to shout people out yet on YouTube? I don't think there is.
I don't know.
If you guys are not following Flutes, I would highly suggest it. Highly suggest it. I might just have to go to your channel and get the link. I guess that's not hard. That's not hard to do. I think I can do that in like 3 clicks. Let's find out. I think the most important note is that the chance WotC could lose in court, and they might even know, and who knows what they're thinking. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I really think if they are banking on it being a battle, they're banking on the fact that they have a huge,
escrow.
They have a huge presence, like a huge legal presence, whereas Paizo probably does, but nowhere near as big. And so it will. Paizo, which in my mind, if I know those guys at all, would just fight them tooth and nail just to do it. Yeah, and it would be a money war. And that sucks, but there's also a lot of backers for both sides that I think would make the really what it should be is the OGL should be at this point kind of left as is in my mind. More so, I mean, D&D was written in the 70s, right? And we've seen so much pushback from like the different writers and the Gygax estate, and it's just like the corporation side of it is kind of taking over. And the same thing with Magic the Gathering. It's just like Hasbro wants money and wants to take this, and it's like these are community things that you need to respect the community first. And they're not. And so I think there's going to be a little bit of an upheaval. And D&D 1 will either be a huge success and things will change, or it'll be a huge flop and things will change. So, but once again, I'm not super worried about it. I don't want to be mad about it either. Hasbro once sued the one. There we go. Oh, can I just at? Oh my gosh, does that work? No, it doesn't. Okay. Go check out Fluke Boost, guys. Great stuff. There we go. Okay. The Skyrim mod community. Yeah. I mean, that was a good example, right? For a long time, the modding community was huge for Skyrim and like World of Warcraft. And some companies go as far as to look at the mods and then hire from the mod community, right? That's a great way to do those things. Yeah. And then companies started just suing people. And it's like, okay, if you're going to sue us for modding your game, we're not going to play your game, and then the game dies. Like, you have to take care of your community. That's the biggest thing. Yeah, no problem, Flutes. My dad forced me to listen to a song so much that I got Stockholm Syndrome to like it. Wait, which song? What are we talking about? They sued Aqua. Oh, yeah. 3.5 is still popular. Yeah. 2 groups exist. I really, really hope, like, I really like Pathfinder. And while I don't think, like, they can't recall the books. That's one thing. Like, so as much as people, like, love something, it's not going to go away. Yeah. It's just a matter of what is supported. And this is a big thing with Magic the Gathering as well, because part of the pushback from Magic is standard. Like what cards are in standard, what cards are legal. Everything they do to Magic the Gathering, even though people get upset and mad about it, which they have a right to be, doesn't change tabletop Magic. It just doesn't change it. Especially, like, I know a lot of people that there are homebrew rules that just fix things that break because it breaks them. Like, we don't play Extort the way Extort it works, because it's bullshit and they broke it and they should have fixed that before they pulled us the cards. But the thing is, like, the game that we love is not going away, but the way they host it and the way people talk about it on the internet might have to change, and that sucks. That sucks a lot, especially for the people that are making a living off that. Whether or not someone was making an argument that, like, it would be the same as if Nintendo did this kind of thing. I'm like, Nintendo did do this kind of thing about 5 years ago when I was doing game channels. You can go check out Tandem Gamers if you want. Nintendo flagged like every one of my videos. If there was any bit of music from the video game I was playing, if it was a Nintendo game, they flagged it. They flagged it and they wouldn't let me sell it. And they're like, oh, you just got to come join our thing. Sign up for us so we know who you are. And then if you make a shit ton of money, you owe us some money. That's exactly what Hasbro is doing. Hasbro is doing that. The thing is, though, that with that, Nintendo got a huge amount of pushback because they started claiming everybody's, like, all the Game Grumps, all of the big YouTubers. And, like, people were like, if you do this, we're just going to stop streaming Nintendo games. That's it. And, like, those are the people that built people loving the games, right? Like, it's the same thing. Yeah. So they're really hurting themselves if they do that. And that's why I really hope that, especially Jeremy Crawford, like, he has to know how much the community would hate this. And I really want to see what his response to it is. And he might have no power over it, which is fine. But I really want to see what his response is before I tell WotC to fuck off. Even though I've told WotC to fuck off quite a lot for other reasons. Nintendo doesn't know how the internet works. That's the problem. That's true too.
Most corporations don't know how the internet works. Most corporations don't know how streaming works.
So here's the thing. The Nintendo 64 had an Ethernet adapter for it that you could buy.
Seriously?
Yeah. I think the Super Nintendo might have had an Ethernet adapter for it. I know for sure the GameCube did, and it was hot garbage because they're like, people need dial-up? Let's do that. Because at the time, fine, whatever. You couldn't run anything on it. You could not play Smash over the internet. But they're like, yeah, we'll make it accessible. And then when the Switch came out, they had the same problem. They didn't change for 20 years. They're like, I don't know, we'll just slap it on there. And now if I want to play Smash on my Switch, I had to buy an external plug so that I could do it. And I did not buy the Nintendo one because I knew it was going to be hot garbage. So yeah, Nintendo doesn't know how the internet works, which is fine. Let's see, what else are people talking about here? There's a Games Workshop strategy of hiring fan animators to stop them from making awesome content. That makes right? Like, that's it. That's the mod community. Just like, this guy's going to be a competitor. Let's buy them. And I feel like that's what Hasbro's doing right now because, that's what I'm saying. I think they're either going to try to acquire Paizo or they're going to try to push them out. And I don't like it. I don't like that at all. The companies have become too strong and greedy. I agree. Yeah, I wonder how morale is at WotC right now. Yeah, morale. It's gotta be weird. And that's the unfortunate part about them developing a new system the way they are, is because they're holding so much of it so close to the chest. That there is a lot of speculation, and I don't want people to get too stressed out about it. It is something to be worried about, don't get me wrong, but you don't need to stress out about it. I will be fine if people are worried about me. This looks like a super soaker. I might just make it a super soaker. It is I, the squirty possum.
Ugh.
Just snapping people with garbage water. Yeah. Sorry that this is the slowest possum I think I've ever drawn, but
it's fine. I'm not going particularly fast either. Speaking of which, I'm ready to roll. What am I rolling?
Roll me a d12. Garbage water or acid. Yeah. It's really difficult to protect your IP. 6. Let's look at the 6. Oh, did I lose my... There it is. An old, grumpy Clydesdale Centaur Paladin in heavy armor. Challenge mode, a dynamic pose that's not the normal side view used all the time. There's a reason that they use the same view all the time for centaurs. Horses are weird. If you look at a horse from any other angle besides the side, it does not look like a horse. It looks like a turnip. So, best of luck. Old grumpy Clydesdale Centaur Paladin, heavy armor.
Old grumpy Clydesdale Paladin in heavy armor. Okay.
Yep. It's really difficult to protect your IP. At the same time, a lot of companies are forced to be aggressive about it, especially ones not as much money as Hasbro. Yeah, and like I said, that's the thing. Like from a business standpoint, what they're doing makes absolute sense. And I think that's the big problem with Hasbro is they're not connected to their fan base, and so people will come into the company and be like, "We're letting what happen now?" And it's like, yes, that's our business model. Is that our community helps us build this game, and it's amazing. And they're like, no, that's ours. We have to take control of it. And it's like, you idiots. And I do think that's the same problem that happened with Magic the Gathering, is because people saw all of these people in 2020 just buying the cards, And so someone who doesn't fully understand the game itself started dictating, well, we need to branch into these. These are the popular things. We need to start doing this. And it's just like, none of that is what the community wants. And I think it was Alpha Investments, which maybe is not the greatest person to quote, but if you don't know who Alpha is, he's Magic the Gathering. I think he owns a shop. It might just be only online now, though. But he was basically talking about with the cards that are coming out now, they're no longer marketing it to game shops or individual buyers. They're marketing it to whales, people that will just buy collectible items only. Basically, they're trying to sell the Magic cards like NFTs. They're just like, this doesn't have to be functional, it doesn't have to be good. We just need to have something that looks valuable and that people with lots of money will buy. We no longer care about the normal people that buy things. We only want to sell to these like high-end markets. And it's just like, from a business standpoint, that sounds great. Low overhead, lots of return. But from a game standpoint, that's hot garbage. Like, it's bad. It's a bad way to make a game work. You have a 50-50 shot of which one you'll get. Yeah. The reason is horse. Roll a 2. What do I draw? Oh, wait. Did you roll a 1 or a 2? You rolled a 1? Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry. A cockapoo Aarakocra botanist. Cockapoo. I think I know what that is. I thought a cockapoo was a dog. Because there's a cockatoo. What am I thinking of? Cockatiel. Cockatoo. What's a cockapoo?
Cockapoo is a...
cockapoo?
Yeah, I think so. It's a weird, I think, New Zealand native non-flying parrot.
Got it. Oh, it's the one that humped David Attenborough's head.
Correct.
Okay, cool. Make a branded dice tower and gear. Yo! Carries. Okay, sorry, let me read the rest of this. A cockapoo Aarakocra botanist druid carries a small glowing willow with mangrove-like roots on their back. Likes to draw everything interesting he sees. Interesting. An Aarakocra botanist with a tree on their back. That's pretty weird. I like it. Cockapoo is the green chubby New Zealand one. Okay. That was quite the lore drop. Yeah. Yep. Some of these get a little complicated. That's usually why I have the one sentence rule. But that does lead to like very long run-on sentences. So it happens.
So hello, people.
Of course, hello. The only being known by humping someone's head is sad. WotC didn't monetize things they should be making. Yeah, I mean, like that. It's the thing about licensing, right? Like, it makes sense that they should have done that, but to be totally fair, like, Hasbro bought something that was built on the back of the help Tolkien estate. So like, there's always been a little bit of weirdness with that. And so I talked to one of my lawyer friends about this, and I was like, could you read this report and give it to me? And he's like, I am not an intellectual property lawyer, so you and I know about the same. And I was like, okay, neat. Like, it's very, very specific and weird and wordy. So. Yeah. I do think the tendency right now is just for everyone to be mad. And I don't like that. I don't like that type of outrage culture. I want people to be inquisitive, and I don't like the Super Soaker anymore, even though that was a funny idea. Yeah, just be inquisitive about it and keep asking and looking around, and we'll see what happens. And just know that I will be here. I'll be here. We'll make art. We'll make art, and if we have to make our own video game, we'll do it.
Yeah. I've got a generic TTRPG half built already that is already also strongly flirting with the idea of not touching the D&D IP at all anyway, so
Well, okay. Good luck. I mean that with wholeheartedness. Like, it does not make sense for them to do this, so we'll see what happens. But if they do, like, even that thought process is going to have to be reviewed. Like, there's a lot of weird shit that they will basically have to start stipulating exactly what is theirs, and that's it's once again it's a huge legal thing that's just stupid. It's stupid. Give your possum a Ruger. I can't do that. It's got to be a fantasy gunner. YouTube will get mad at me. I'm sick, so when I flap much, I cough and it feels like 1,000 sharp knives. I'm sorry to hear that. Do you have the, did you get tickets to the Backstreet Boys contest? The Backstreet Boys contest. Welcome to the contest. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that you are sick. That sounds awful. I hope you recover quickly. Get some soup. Take a rest. Well, don't feel like you have to hang out too long today. If you need to sleep, go sleep.
Jug some honey.
I think I gotta walk away from this possum.
It's pretty great looking.
It's pretty good. Yeah, thank you. I just I don't know really what I'm doing with it, and I kind of lost focus because we started talking about the other stuff. Now we can go a little more. I feel like I've spent way too much time on it because we've been going for like an hour. I've gotten half a possum. I'm gonna blast them. Oh, that's what I did wrong. I forgot that chain guns have an upside down handle because you have to lower them. All these little possums just help reload. They just hold on to it. We'll give them a big old backpack.
It's all their extended relatives just living on them.
Yeah. Did Hasbro buy GameWorks? Sorry, that was off the wall. Because all of this shit very much feels like GameWorks bullshit.
I don't know.
Gun looks like a comma.
You mean like Games Workshop?
Yeah, what did I say?
Just Games Works.
Oh, Games, yeah, okay. Games Workshop, yeah. Possum folk should get feign death as an in spell. I agree. That would be awesome. Hasbro does not own them. Okay, good. Maybe they hired someone from GameWorks.
Yes. No, the reverse. So, Games Workshop appointed a former Hasbro Studios executive.
Weird.
Yeah. So they also have their long strewn of issues.
Yep. Okay, I guess I'm going to... I think I'm going to move on to the next one. Rolling the dice. For those of you who are just joining us, if you do have a character you'd like to see drawn, you can put that in the chat, and I will add it to the list. And it might get rolled. D&D and Game Workshop were very closely related in the 70s and early 80s. Yeah. Can-shaped soup dispensing Warforged alchemist. Artificer. A can-shaped soup dispensing Warforged alchemist artificer working to perfect their secret recipe. Okay. I think I got that. Run on sentences. Here we come. Let's do it. A can-shaped Warforged, huh? Can-shaped Warforged. I'm not sure if I should, like... I'm not sure if I'm being trolled or someone actually plays this character.
Sounds very autonome-like to me.
Yeah. And so, like... Because, like, from a trolley perspective, it's a can of soup. They're playing a can of soup. I want to give them the benefit of doubt that there's more to it than that. Because otherwise, like, there, I'm done. Like, he's got a ladle. He's got a ladle and, like, a pan to heat it up. I think I'm gonna draw like an autonome, essentially. But I bet I could keep it pretty can shaped without being like, and just drawing a can of soup, you know? Because I don't want to do just a can of soup. I want to actually... So maybe we'll do like a cylindrical body, but we'll still like segment it a little bit. Because it is a Warforged, right? It's not a can of soup. It's a Warforged. So we're gonna give him like an actual head. Maybe it's just a little chunkier than normal. Yeah, chunky soup.
Campbell's chunky.
Yeah. Where would he dispense the soup from, though? That's the first cut grass is a real character, so use Claptrap. Bellcamp? No soup for you. Okay, Campbell. Got it. Campbell is the character name. Nice. That's funny. Human fighter, please. I mean, I've drawn so many human fighters. I love human fighters. Flutes, if you have a character you want to see drawn, let me know. An anagram for Campbell's is not super obvious. Bellcamp would be pretty funny. Ballencamp? That's pretty good. I like that. I'm afraid we might be getting a little bit of overflow here. I feel like I'm stuck drawing in like a fifth of the screen.
Yeah.
Can I have like this much space? I guess that's about what I got. It's just very, very tight. Shrink. Everybody get a third. I want this much. And then we got this much. And then Druid's got this much. That's about what we had. So I think we're just really tight today.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna draw like way over here in the corner. I'm gonna try to do it up here. Maybe I don't need to draw the whole robot. That's good. That's a good size. Thank you. Appreciate that. Maybe his head is a can of soup. That could be funny. I don't know if I've ever drawn like a cylindrical headed robot. I mean, I think I have in the past, but that was a Warforged. I mean, tabletop RPG robot. Yep. Maybe that's what my channel should change to. I should just start renaming everything. And then the joke will be people having to figure out what the hell I'm talking about. What did Adam Savage say? Nocturnal echolocation. Flying mammal man.
I don't remember that, but it totally sounds like something he would say.
All right. Rolled a 2. A mountain lion undead tabaxi lich. Who used all of their 9 lives to get more powerful over the years. It's like a reverse Voldemort. I love it. Or maybe that's exactly like Voldemort. Is Voldemort a cat? Alright, Flute Loots, what do we got here? Shadowkai Phantom Rogue with heavy crossbow, whose skin is pale, but has moving inky birthmarks, like Rorschach. Nice. I'll put it on the list. I will put it on the list. I had an idea for a Warforged monk named Draco, but actually spelling is DRKO, stands for Dragon Killer. Oh, Mark Zero. Scary. You just spend a lot of money to build robots to fight magical battles where they explode all the time. Having them to be built to do all the logistical jobs makes more sense to me. I mean, we do both, right? Like, we have battle bots, right?
But there's a lot more to life than that, and I realized that in these last few years.
Drawing a lot of animals today. That's welcome to my life. Yeah. It sounds like a bad lich. Is Voldemort a cat? Right? Nobody knows.
I thought it was very, very clear that he is a snake.
I don't remember that at all. Nope.
Really? Yeah, really?
Yep.
He speaks snake. He has no nose.
I'm pretty sure.
Pale.
I'm pretty sure parcel tongue is like the weird grippy stuff on cats' tongues. I'm just gaslighting the shit out of people today. I don't know what's wrong with me. First Australia doesn't exist.
Are you England?
Maybe. Undead tabaxi named 9 lives. New in lives. Parcel tongue. I kept thinking in my head pastel tongue, and I'm like, that doesn't sound right. I was trying to turn that into like a cat thing, and it didn't work. Bad joke. It's a bad joke, people. Okay, what if he dispenses the soup from his fingers? So he's just got like chronic veggie soup fingers. That sounds awful.
Down fingers.
I'm gonna change the channel. This music is too chilled.
Mark, you need to chill.
Any UN being German for no. It's sounding like 9. Is that how you spell it? Interesting. There's no correlation between Voldemort and snakes. I mean, come on. Vibing on the lo-fi or whatever we're listening to. Yeah, it was just Pretzel Rock's chill music. Is a historically accurate workhouse backstory edgy? Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure.
It's certainly not happy.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, well, Aggie just exploded. There we go.
Nothing new there.
I might have gotten a big commission project to work on some sci-fi stuff, so that could be fun. Might be a thing we're doing this month.
Cool.
I have to go do a bunch of research for that today. I wanted this character to look like he's just made out of tin cans, but I'm not sure if it's working quite right. I have a great scar. Well, it's not a great scar. but it's a scar that I've had forever on my wrist from I was cutting open a coffee can, cut the bottom off, then I was cutting it open with pliers, and I couldn't get through the last ridge. And I finally did, and it like snapped and just slit my wrist open. Looks really nasty, but that's fine. Fun factoid about me. Tin cans have tried to kill me.
A wet wipe plastic container tried to kill me once.
Nice.
Like one of those tube ones.
Mm-hmm.
I was cutting it open with a utility knife and slipped and right into the bone.
Well, was that the utility knife then trying to kill you, or the can?
Bit of both.
Bit of both.
And I was like 8, and no one was home, and so I ran in the house and like grabbed medical tape and wrapped it around it.
Did you get stitches later?
No, it wasn't bad enough to get stitches, but there's like a little stigmata hole in my wrist.
Yep.
It's like,
Yep.
if that was the comment, I could possibly con some people.
This word German for no was spelled N-E-I-N. That's what I thought too. That's right when I looked it up. Okay. German was my first language, so I know what's going on. There you go. Let's get the experts in here.
I know we have some.
I tried to learn German and failed miserably. So I could not tell you. I trust the person who says it's their first language.
I only know how to swear in German. So, yeah.
I mean, German is a great language to swear in.
Sure. So his hand is an induction coil. So he can just heat up soup all the time. I guess it would probably make more sense to make it like you have like a microwave, but whatever. No one is going to know what the hell's going on with this picture. It's fine.
This is fine.
I like how it looks like he's smelling the soup, but he just doesn't have a face. I really want fried chicken today. I don't know why.
That's good.
It sounds really good. What's the best fried chicken that exists?
One made by someone's granny.
You know, I've never had... My grandmother did not believe in frying things, as far as I'm aware.
Find it. Someone's southern granny.
Yeah, maybe that's why. I need a southern grandma to make me fried chicken. Should we just make this arm a giant ladle?
Sure, why not?
This hand is for cooking, this hand is for scooping. How do you want to die? Oh, it's terrifying. Best way to get the right answer is to be wrong on the internet. I don't know. What was I watching? One of the Shark Tank people, it was Dr. Mike. One of the Shark Tank people was saying that they used to, like, the best way to get something sold is to be wildly wrong about the price of it so that people correct you and then sell it for the correct price. Like that's weird. Like, yeah, you just need all that press. You just need a bunch of people looking at something. It doesn't matter if you're right or wrong about it. You just need people looking at it, and then you sell it. Like, I've heard claims that the Maori language has no swear words, but I don't know if I trust that guy. I mean, I could ask. I know some people that speak Maori. Give me your best shot at German insults. I don't know any insults. I just know how to swear. My great-grandmother spoke German, and she used it as a way to not curse in front of the children, and now all of her children know how to curse in German.
Good job,
Unbeknownst. The funniest part is, like, I had a friend who started learning German. And so, you know, being high schoolers, he's like, I learned swear words. And I was like, that's not a swear word. And I was like, oh my God. My mother has been cursing at me my whole life and she's not aware of this. That is hilarious. Okay. So his head is a can of soup. To be fair, like, cans of soup are just really tiny barrels, like oil barrels.
Yeah,
They're made the same way.
that's true.
Swears are psyops made by the CIA to sell more expletives. Can we sell this? This Warforged looks like a rejected Warframe. Yep, that's how I draw them. That's how I draw them. You're not the first person to say that. The label is a backup wand? Oh, the ladle is a backup wand. Got it. Yeah, I think we're just going to do like a... We're going to do like a normal hand, and then we'll just give him a big old ladle. So I really wanted to like Hup from the Dark Crystal, because he's a paladin with a spoon, and that's hilarious, and I love it. But he's also a useless paladin with a spoon, and that makes me upset. It's like, no, Hup needs to be like highly competent with that spoon. Otherwise, just give him a sword, and he'll be like 50% more effective. Gotta get that Shovel Knight energy, you know? I think there was one of the characters in League of Legends, I think Jax, like the weapon he has is a lamppost, and he's supposed to be one of the best fighters in the world, and the only way it was fair for him to fight anybody was if he used a lamppost as a weapon. To which my response is like, if you can use a lamppost as a weapon, like, you win. Like, that's it. Like, it doesn't make any sense. I love it. The ladle is a backup one. Time to alert. Do some dishes. Okay, no problem. Okay, SDM. Hello, hello. Did I miss you jumping in chat? I'm sorry. Hope you're doing well. Enjoy those dishes. We need more joke characters who are actually badasses. Yeah, yeah. Like, that's what I'm saying. I really love Hup as a character concept. Like, someone who wants to be a paladin and just doesn't have the means to do so, and so just does it anyways. But I really feel like he should be highly competent. Like, that should be the thing, like, to like kind of prove the point that anyone could be a paladin. And instead, he's just kind of like a throwaway gag, and it's just like, I guess he's not so much a gag, it's just like everyone kind of already knows that he's bad, and then they just treat him that way, and it's like, I don't like it. I don't like it. I want him to be good. I like Hup. He's like a Pokemon. They made him a Pokemon.
He needs that evolution.
Yeah, he needs to evolve into like Hyper Pup. Alright, there's my Cook Warforged. He's got the induction hand, got the ladle hand. I feel like I should add something else. What do we think? Maybe he's got like a...
Eyeballs.
Eyeballs? How dare you?
Just like vacuous circle eyes.
Just like 15 eyeballs.
Or somebody just slapped Google eyes on him.
I'm down for that.
I'm gonna give him like an exhaust port in the back. Maybe it's a small oven so he can bake.
Magical easy bake oven.
Oh, I love the idea that when it's done cooking, he just like his arms and head rotate the other way. He just sticks out. Oh no, I love it. All right. All right, I'm gonna stop fiddling with this. Let's do one more. Let's do one more. We can do more. It's 12:30.
Guys, horses are hard.
Yeah, man. Horses are rough. That's a good pose, though. You did a good job. It's a great Lich Panther, too. I like it. I feel like a cat Lich wouldn't have to be undead just because of how cats are. They're just like, you know, whatever.
I'm a lich. But wait, you've only died once. Yeah, I've got 8 lives left.
I do whatever the fuck I want. Did I ever tell you guys? We were talking about the Journey to the West the other day.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys know the story of Journey to the West or not. But the rationale for the Monkey King to be immortal is that he died. And when he got to hell, he threw such a stink that they let him see. He's like, you have to prove to me that I'm in the book that says I'm supposed to die here. And so they're like, okay, we're sorry, here's the book. And he just crossed his own name out. Like that. That's the whole thing. He's just like, nope, look, not in the book. And they're like, oh, sorry, okay, I guess you can go back. It's great. It's the stupidest, most like simplest way to avoid death. Just
Then
like
he becomes immortal like 2 more times over.
yeah. Then he eats a whole bunch of peaches that are supposed to like make you live longer, and he just eats all of them. And then he gets put in a furnace that's supposed to kill him, and instead it tempers him. Like there's a whole bunch of weird shit. But I don't know. I love that story. It's great. It's great. A Cook Warforged would be brutal in a fight. Grapple and burn people. Yeah, I think so. Especially if it's like cast iron. Ooh. Steel's generally better than cast iron, I suppose, but like, not for heat transfer. Just really hot all the time. Milk soup is a possible dessert. Oh, you watching oh no, what's his name? Dang it. I just watched a YouTube video about milk soup. It's great. 10 times immortality.
Oh.
Yeah. Why can't I remember?
Tasting history.
Tasting history.
Max
There we
Miller.
go. Max Miller. That was what I was trying to remember. Thank you, Corvus. I just watched him make milk soup.
I think I would prefer the savory version of it.
Did you get to the end of the video where he actually tasted it?
Yes.
It's cinnamon toast crunch.
Yes.
It's like, oh, yeah, I guess it is.
Yep. Ever so slightly custardy cinnamon toast crunch milk.
Yep. I have like 3 boxes of that on my counter that I have not opened, and I've had them for like a year. I need to actually eat cereal again. But you know, milk.
Yeah.
Milk does hate me.
Milk is problematic.
Not Wukong. What about not Wukong? Max Miller. Sun Wukong? Great.
League of Legends ripped off.
Oh, Peter, hello, hello. What's that?
The League of Legends ripped off.
Oh yeah, no, he's 100% just a folk hero at this point. Like everybody rips off Sun Wukong.
Yeah. I was gonna say,
I mean,
you think
Goku.
League is the only one.
Yeah, Goku is a Sun Wukong analog.
Yep.
All right, I'm rolling again. I rolled a 6. Bat Kobold Rogue Assassin. Bat Kobold Rogue Assassin. Interesting. Bat Kobold. I think that means I get to draw ears on a kobold, which makes me happy.
Yeah, I think it does. I also love it because it's Bat Kobold can now be the opposite of a monkey goblin.
Someone, Chorus, what is this? What is this thing you posted in the chat? Is that a Warforged tin can, or is that an oven? Crapple oven.
Technically a knight from an anime, but
Okay.
he's can shaped, so I thought it applied.
Yeah, I didn't really go.
That was
I didn't end up going can shape with that guy, so maybe I should have.
it's fine.
I think all of those games have a Monkey King. They do, yeah. The Monkey King is not
Ubiquitous.
copywritten. Yeah.
Not copywritten is
Definitely.
better.
Definitely up for free.
Yep.
Which now Sherlock Holmes is, or will be, sometime this year.
That's exciting.
So
You know what that means? Sherlock Holmes, Vampire Hunter.
yep. I've already saw posts about Sherlock Holmes hunting Dracula.
Nice. Sherlock Holmes, Vampire Hunter, 2024. Sherlock Holmes, Pipe Layer. Bow, chicka, bow, bow. Electrical. Trying to think of like the really old porn tropes. All I can think of is I'm here to lay some pipe and solve a mystery. Bow, 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 chicka, bow, bow. Chicka, bow, bow. This is like a kobold that got bitten by a Verguli and then just didn't die from it.
It's kinda like
Roll a 7.
what
Let's see what you got. Sorry, Chorus, I keep talking over you. Not
Oh,
intentionally.
that's fine.
An old elf wizard. Clothing and trinkets and baubles have a frog motif, including a cute frog wizard hat. Elf wizard, frog themed. Like it. Help me, step bro, I'm stuck. I was gonna make that. It's like, Watson, I appear to be stuck in the washing machine. Inappropriate for YouTube. Get out of here. I don't know if this kobold had a class associated with it. I think it was just a kobold bat, right?
I think so.
I thought it was an assassin.
Oh, it was an assassin. Okay. Should I give it little wings, or should it have hand wings? I think it should have hand wings. Hello. Gamma, hello, hello. Don't mock the bat kobold. His presence was a kobold and a bat dragon. Oh! What's a bat dragon? That's the thing I don't know about. I'm allowed to ooh-woo all I want, because I don't understand it. It's great. Speaking of ooh-woo, where's Jonas?
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Jonas was our resident ooh-woo artist. And that makes that didn't come out right. Jonas is the one that would ooh-woo.
Yes.
You might do ooh-woo art, I don't know. Seriously though, what is a bat dragon? Oh, whoa?
I think they were just making that up.
I mean, there's a bat dragon in Pokemon.
Yeah, Noivern. Top tier.
We don't do fan art here. I guess we might.
Only on Fridays.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I think we have to do only fan art. We can no longer do anything D&D related. Bat dragon. You even voice acted it. There's no excuse to just ooh.
There's every excuse to just ooh.
Yep. Shoot. He's an assassin, so he should probably have a cloak. But he's a bat, so like, maybe not. What was the bat's name from the Great Mouse Detective? Screech?
Oh, man.
Flick? It was something dumb like that. Like just like a one-word thing.
I can't remember. That's one of my favorite Disney movies too.
Read Terry Pratchett. I actually haven't like sat down and read anything Terry Pratchett, except
It's
stuff he
the bat.
Fidget. There we go. Hey, Rook, you think of a burlap bear poppet using a I don't know what that word is. Made from a toothbrush and human teeth. Creepy. That's what I think. I think it's creepy. But also, we've done a burlap teddy bear poppet for the video, the poppet video. I really like that idea. And adding human teeth to it, yeah, would just make it scarier. So.
Waddle, isn't that the Aztec war club with the
Oh, okay. Got it. That could be funny.
Sounds like what a tooth fairy would use.
Yeah, it does sound like the Aztec sword. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that could be interesting with teeth. I'd use like goblin teeth though. I don't know about the toothbrush. Toothbrushes don't feel very like fantasy to me. So it might be I might go like just a stick with teeth in it. That would be interesting. Or like I said, goblin teeth. There's so many extra goblin teeth. Everything should be made out of goblin teeth.
They got extras. It's fine.
Yeah.
That is the best bat psychic in any movie.
That psychic?
Sidekick.
Oh, sidekick.
Bardock from.
Bartok.
Well, there's Bartok, and then there was what was the one from Fern Gully?
I think that's just Batty,
Batty. That's right.
played by Robin Williams.
Yep. Were all three of those movies animated by this? No, because The Great Mouse Detective was Disney, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I believe that Fern Gully is a Bluth, Don Bluth.
Was Anastasia not?
I think Anastasia is.
I thought it was a Bluth movie. I thought it was like the last one. Maybe that was. Wow, that's interesting. I don't know.
I thought Anastasia was Warner Brothers.
I'm not sure.
Anastasia is a Don Bluth movie.
Okay.
Okay.
Produced by 21st Century Fox, which is now owned by Disney.
Gotcha. The monopolies.
I remember being told as a kid that monopolies were illegal in the United States. It's been very disappointing to find out that that's not true.
Well, it was true when you were a kid. It's no longer true.
Fair.
We don't own everything. We just own the companies that own everything. There's a difference.
We own all the companies that could rival us.
It's
We
based off of
don't
medieval
own all of
Cooper.
we don't own all of the communication companies. We just have a non-compete pact with all of the other
Yeah.
communication companies, essentially meaning the same thing, leading to the same outcome.
Yep. Alright.
We're on
No
YouTube. Just a reminder. Cough Cough owned by Disney. Please don't get me banned.
Sorry.
We're sorry, overlords.
Hey Google, fuck you. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, this is as much as I want to do on this paladin.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna finish up this bat and I think we're gonna call it a day. We did pretty
Okay.
good today though. We got a lot of them done. Thanks everybody for helping me out.
I did one.
It would be funny if you got banned. Rugby for President 2026. We're just breaking all the rules. All the rules of the Discord.
I don't think rugby could handle that kind of pressure. Let's not elect anybody who's not qualified for that position again, please.
I was gonna say, like, we haven't done that before. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah. How well did that work out?
Which time?
All of them.
All of them. I'd vote for rugby over a lot of other politicians. Of course, that means that I would probably have to do it, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Oof.
Lord Buckethead.
I've made this little bat kobold very chill. It does not look like an assassin, but maybe that's the point. Maybe he just bleeds his enemies. Bite. I'm gonna bite you.
Nobody expects to get assassinated by the chillest stoner out there. Although, this little bat does look friendly, not stoned, so...
Maybe I'll give him like a big old sword. A cobalt bat assassin that uses a great sword. Yep. Bats don't really have tails, do they?
No.
Kobolds have tails. What would a kobold? What does a bat dragon look like? What kind of tail does a bat dragon have? Floofy one? Is it attached to their wings?
I like the idea of it kind of like attaching to the wings.
Tiny little nubbins on some bats. I once in 3.5 wanted to make a cleric drug lord who used the spell addiction. I've seen people do that. I seen a YouTube video about Avengers Endgame, and it shows them summoning Godzilla, Lord of the Rings, and a bunch of other stuff summoning content when Disney owns everything. There's a really good epic rap battles of history between Stan Lee and Jim Henson. The ending of that is great for that same reason. It's good. I think that's about where we're going to call it. It is almost 1 o'clock. Are there any questions people want to ask or interesting factoids people want to know before we go? We had a pretty good discussion today. I think we did all right. I still don't know what the hell a bat dragon is. I'll look that up later. Bah! Bats are terrifying. Someone tried to explain like what a bat was in relation to other flying creatures, because like dinosaurs just slowly evolved wings over time, but they're like, what if you just grabbed your extra fat, just stretched it out into a giant kite? Oof. Saddest ending of ERB, right? Yeah. It's a dark day. It's a dark day when you realize how much stuff Disney owns. AITA moment. Oh, am I the asshole? Okay. Campaign I'm running. Diesel punk style. Nice. Party didn't have a cleric, so I instead led him through a dying, made him lose an arm, and having a Spriggan tree lady fuse him into his arm. I think that's fair. I think that's okay. Now he has healing sap. That's pretty cool. I like that. Bat dragon, just a wyvern with no tail. Oh, okay. Well, I gave this one a tail, so I failed. But that's okay. I'm gonna leave it. So I think it makes him look more like a kobold. I like playing games where people don't have healers, but it definitely changes the mechanics of the game. You have to adjust things a little differently when there's no healer. It's harder to DM, but I like some of the outcomes. I like some of the outcomes that can come from it. So a lot of times when you have a healer, people can just kind of disregard their hit points to a point.
Yeah.
It makes people play different. Fix me.
Reckless abandon.
Mm-hmm. I like the spending of resources, and so like if you don't have a healer, all of a sudden healing goes from, you know, just spell slots, whoever gives a crap, to, you know, having a finite healing potion. And like, how do you get more of those? How do you repair that spot that's missing in your inventory now? So I like that. Okay, there's my little bad assassin. He's got a dagger. I feel like I need to give him like... No, it's fine. Ooh. Alright, I'm done. Basically uses healing sap. It has a 1d4 of damage, but do double that at healing on a target. Something we used to do a lot is healing outside of combat was doubled. I haven't done that in a long time, but I like that. I like that idea. It makes in-combat healing less effective and then feel less optimal, so people tend to not just like stack healing. But just like it becomes more of a instead of having to do a short rest, it's just like, okay, I can heal everybody up with one spell, and we'll do that, and we'll keep moving forward. So something else I tried, which I really liked, was I took everybody's hit dice and just put them in a jar. Like, I physically took every hit dice that was needed for the people's hit dice, put it in a jar, and I'm like, here's your bonus healing. Whenever you do a short rest, you can use this for the day. That way, if one person took a lot of damage, like, other people can help them recover. I like that idea, too. I might do a short on that or something. I'm not sure. Either way, let's see if anyone else is streaming right now. And then after that, we will take off for the weekend. Thanks for hanging out today, everybody. I hope everybody had a good time. I hope if your character did not get drawn this week, feel free to put it on next week's suggestion. I'll post that this weekend, and I'll post it in the Discord as well, so people can add their suggestions to it. Otherwise, that's all I got. Check out the Patreon if you want to support the channel a little more, or if you want to get a commission or stickers. The Patreon's a good way to do that. Make sure to join the Discord, and that's all I got. Stay happy, stay healthy, keep your dice on the table, and we'll catch everybody next week. Bye, everybody!